now at 6. Lots going on this weekend, and just in time, we're getting back on the weather roller coaster. Your weather authority is timing it all out. And a murder mystery rocks a quiet suburban neighborhood.
I thought I lived in a really safe, quiet community, but I guess it's because of the easy access to US 1 on and off. God only knows what happens.
A man's body is found by a woman walking her dog. And still breaking tonight, a SEPTA conductor shot stepping off a train.
Live from Center City in Philadelphia, this is Fox 29 News at 6.
Fox 29 on top of breaking news at 6 o'clock. A SEPTA train conductor shot on the Chestnut Hill West line. SEPTA saying he had just stepped off the train at the Carpenter Lane station. Good evening, I'm Chris O'Connell. SEPTA says that line is up and running right now, but the whole thing making a mess of the evening commute. Let's get right out to our Shawnette Wilson live at the scene in West Mount Airy tonight. Shawnette.
Well, Chris, behind me, you can see there's actually someone who just got off of the train. The track is fully functional, it seems. The train actually just pulled in and just pulled off as you were coming to us. What we can tell you here is that that conductor is in stable condition right now at Einstein. We're told that he was shot once in the hip. We'll take a look at some Skyfox video here of the scene earlier this afternoon. Police telling us the man is 57 years old. He had just stepped off the train at the Carpenter Lane station and was actually in the platform area when someone fired one shot at him, again, hit him in the right hip. No passengers were hurt. This all happened around 3:30 this afternoon. As we mentioned, service was temporarily suspended on the Chestnut Hill West line due to crime scene here at the Carpenter Lane station, but SEPTA says service has since fully resumed on the Chestnut Hill West Regional Rail line. What we can tell you right now, though, not much about how this all came to be as we come back out here live. We don't have a motive for the shooting. We don't know if the victim knows the suspect. No suspect is in custody at this hour, Chris. Police have not yet found the weapon. Just within the past half hour, we did see police with K-9 officers also on the property looking for any clues as to where this gunman is and why this all happened.
Okay, Shawnette Wilson in West Mount Airy tonight. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock, Shawnette. Thanks. A gruesome discovery inside a home. Police find a man beaten to death, his body stuffed in a storage container. Now the man's family says it is the missing one of their loved one. The bottom line, police have a big mystery on their hands in the Frankfort section of Philadelphia tonight. Our Kelly Rule is live outside the Philadelphia Police headquarters with more on this disturbing find. Kelly.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, a family member of 70-year-old Robert Durr tells me he was the man murdered, found inside that storage bin after they reported him missing to Philadelphia police. Now, they were not ready to do an on-camera interview tonight, but they tell me he was the sweetest man in the world, and he did not deserve this.
Oh, God.
Neighbors watched in horror, recording this cell phone video as Philadelphia police walk out of a home in the Frankfort neighborhood with this storage bin.
As soon as they brought him out in the bin, I had to go in. It was a shame.
Inside it, police say they discovered a man badly beaten, murdered. They say it was the horrific outcome after arriving at the home on Fillmore Street for a call about a missing person, 70-year-old Robert Durr, and executed a search warrant after finding blood on the steps. Durr's family members blasted this homemade flyer on social media earlier in the week, saying he was last seen Monday when he left the home to get pizza. They identified him to Fox 29 as the man found in the storage bin.
That's too close to home for me. I have 4 kids. It was sad. I don't understand how they could do that to somebody. You know, the man was really nice, high and by, never had any trouble with them at all.
It's kind of shocking that I live right next door.
Neighbors tell Fox 29 they noticed Durr appeared to have bruises the last time they saw him about a week ago.
It just looked like he would have bruised, like he fell, because he did have a really bad limp. He was always nice, nobody deserved that.
Police say they are questioning the 3 people who are related that lived with Durr inside the home. One of them is currently in the hospital for an illness. A toddler also lived there. Neighbors say they are still in disbelief this happened so close to home.
It's sad. It's sickening, honestly, so I don't know. It's bad.
Now, Commissioner Ross told us earlier today they are questioning 2 brothers in their 20s and a woman. They all lived with Durr inside that Frankfort home. At this point, they are still investigating what their connection was, aside from being roommates. Chris, back to you.
Kelly Rule at Philadelphia Police Headquarters. Thanks, Kelly. Well, time to check in with your Fox 29 Weather Authority. Let's take a live look in Reading, Berks County. There is a lot of stuff happening this weekend. The big question is, will the weather hold out for all those moms out there? Scott is here to break it all down. Scott, it's the weekend. That means it's another roller coaster.
Yeah, I mean, we just can't get out of this pattern, Chris. It seems like Friday we have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, and then Sundays have been damp and dreary, and that will kind of play out this week as well. It's 78 degrees right now, but we had a high, look at this, of 82 degrees. A couple of isolated thunderstorms kind of popping up across parts of the area. Everyone won't see them, so don't cancel any Friday evening plans as we kind of look at ultimate Doppler. Moving out of Lancaster into Chester County, also sections of Bucks County looking at some brief showers. Nothing is severe. A cold front will be moving through. That will drop our temperatures a bit for tomorrow, but tomorrow still will be that pick day of the Mother's Day weekend. So as we go hour by hour, once again, a spotty shower or a thunderstorm late this evening, and most of us will stay dry, but the temperatures are comfortable for your Friday evening plans. It's 77 right now in Trenton, 73 in Millville. So coming up, we'll talk much more about that system for Mother's Day. Wet conditions, a lot of rainfall, not only for the second half of the weekend, but it looks like the pattern will stay pretty unsettled even into early next week. And those temperatures, Chris, will take about a 20-degree drop from today until Sunday, and then also early next week those temperatures will be stuck below average. Back over to you.
Like I said, a roller coaster. Thank you, Scott. In Gloucester County, a school district employee charged with having a sexual relationship with a student. 38-year-old Kimberly Pinkham faces several charges. Investigators say she had a sexual contact with a 14-year-old student of the Kingway School District, both during and after school hours. The school district has suspended her with pay. Well, hundreds of pro-life activists rallied outside a Center City Planned Parenthood today. Big-time backlash to a Pennsylvania state representative from Philly who went viral, berating protesters outside the clinic. Our Bruce Gordon live in Center City with the latest. Bruce.
Yeah, Chris, this event was part general anti-abortion rally, part specific pushback against Brian Sims. It was crowded, it was loud, and it was peaceful, but it sent a message.
We will respect both women and their children.
Anti-abortion demonstrators jammed the 1100 block of Locust Street outside the Center City Planned Parenthood office to fire back at the Philadelphia state representative who lit the match to this powder keg.
We are not going to continue to be bullied as pro-lifers. I am sick of this idea that just because we are Christians, we cannot stand up and defend ourselves.
Brian Sims, a Center City Democrat, posted to his Twitter page video of an April encounter in which he aggressively questioned women praying outside Planned Parenthood. The targets of his wrath ranged from teens to seniors.
Who would have thought that an old white lady would be out in front of a Planned Parenthood telling people what's right for their bodies? Shame on you.
This was described as a prayerful rally, but the speakers talked tough.
And I'll tell you, Brian Sims, if you want to get into somebody's face, get into this grandma's face. Come on.
Sims' viral video comes at a tense time for the abortion debate, with state legislatures all over the country grappling with bills aimed at restricting abortion rights, measures that could wind up before a U.S. Supreme Court that leans conservative. Among those taking in the demonstration, those with pro-life views who believe Sims tried to stifle their heartfelt beliefs.
I don't even know what to call it. Why would you do that? He's an adult man harassing teenagers.
Those with pro-choice opinions.
It's just personal. It's personal.
Up to the woman to decide whether she does or does not have an abortion.
Absolutely.
And those who believe the Sims video illustrates an abortion debate that, as currently conducted, is solving nothing.
I'm seeing a lot of people just yelling at each other, absolutely talking past each other.
Sims has already returned to Twitter to address his actions on that day. He says he supports a woman's right to choose, but that two wrongs don't make a right. He admits he was, quote, aggressive and says he will and can do better by the women of Pennsylvania. We reached out to his office for comment on this particular rally. We did not get a response. Chris?
All right, Bruce, thanks. New surveillance video shows the car police want to find for a double shooting that hurt a 4-year-old boy. Keep your eye on that white Ford Fusion driving through the Sunoco parking lot on Tuesday night on North Broad Street. Police say who was ever inside opened fire, hitting that little boy in the hip and a 27-year-old man in the torso. Police say both were taken to the hospital and will be okay. An aide to former Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter has pled guilty and has been sentenced for committing theft while employed by the city. Desiree Peterkin-Bell will face 90 days to 23 months of house arrest. Prosecutors say she racked up more than $19,000 on 2 city credit cards for lavish vacations, hotel stays, and fine dining. She also misused $225,000 in public funds to clear her debts. Peterkin-Bell also received 20 or 12 months in probation and will have to pay more than $19,000 in restitution. Well, new surveillance video of a man in West Hampton, Burlington County, vandalizing cars. Police say he's also flattening tires. Officers say he strikes in the early morning hours using a box cutter. They say the suspect also leaves notes on cars saying he's angry over people who don't keep up with their lawns and other landscaping. Police believe it's the same man behind all the incidents. There have been 6 in the past month alone. Well, the family of Phillies chairman and president David Montgomery have announced a public celebration of his life at Citizens Bank Park. Montgomery's wife, Lynn, says one of David's favorite times of year was the Major League Baseball draft. So the Phillies are inviting fans into his second home at the end of the draft on June 6th at 3:05 p.m. In lieu of flowers, the Montgomery family asked donations to be made to Phillies charities. Well, talk about one thirsty thief. A woman accused of crashing into a liquor store, then helping herself to bottles. Plus,
every time I see your face, it makes me feel a certain.
No, you're not seeing things. Officers singing in the streets. So what prompted this karaoke session? What's coming up in sports, Sean?
Chris, Jimmy Butler has been the Sixers' saving grace this postseason. He speaks on his mindset going into the playoffs and going into Game 7 against the Raptors. That's coming up later in sports.
Hi, coming up at 6:14, we are following some breaking news out of North Philadelphia now. Sky Fox over a police investigation on the 1900 block of North Kroski Street. Here is what we know right now. Getting early reports that multiple people have been shot. Not clear how badly they are hurt or if police have anyone in custody. Details are still limited. We are working to learn more and bring you the very latest, but obviously an active situation there. In Northeast Philadelphia, Philadelphia police and city officials came together to dedicate a 2900 block of Holm Avenue in memory of fallen Police Sergeant Timothy Simpson. That section of the street will now be known as Timothy Simpson Way. Simpson worked in the 24th Police District and died in 2008 when his patrol car was hit by a speeding suspect's car. Happening now in Bucks County, a quiet suburban street turned into a crime scene after police say a woman out walking her dog this morning found a man's body. Our Jeff Cole has more from Langhorne Borough.
Flashing lights and police tape stretched across its tree-lined street are not what the residents of Bellevue Ave in Langhorne Borough, Bucks County, are used to seeing, but this day was different.
I thought I lived in a really safe, quiet community, but I guess it's because of the easy access to US 1 on and off. God only knows what happens.
This woman, who asked not to appear on camera, says she heard what sounded like an argument just before 2 this morning.
I heard yelling and screaming, and then I heard what I thought was something dropping on my front porch, so I thought again one of my roommates was outside, but it was a boom.
A woman walking her dog in this community of 1,600 people found the body of an African-American male in the underbrush just off Bellevue at 8:30 this morning, say police. At noon, evidence markers stretched 50 yards along the avenue while state and local police vehicles filled the street. Investigators report the victim suffered a head wound.
Possibly a gunshot wound to the head, but as of now, nothing's been confirmed. This is in the early stages of the investigation. So we're now just checking for any camera footage in the neighborhood and also canvassing for any witnesses.
Many of the large homes here have been turned into rentals, say residents. Police are not certain if the victim was attacked here or elsewhere and transported to the area, but residents unwilling to show their faces feel something is different.
What do you make of this violence?
This is Langhorne. Doesn't happen around here. It's a little uncomfortable, but that could happen anywhere.
While a quiet neighborhood, the chief of police here says it is a transient one, another factor to consider as they investigate this death in Langhorne Borough, Bucks County. I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News.
A local nonprofit is helping to raise money for breast cancer awareness in the Philadelphia area. Today was Bishani Transition Hope's Breast Fest in 2019 at Congregation Rodelf Shalom in North Philadelphia. Our own Fox 29's Joyce Evans was there to moderate a panel about breast cancer prevention and treatment. More than 200 breast cancer survivors and advocates came out to the event.
Oh, how things have changed from game to game. After Game 5, people were killing the Sixers. They were ready to trade and fire everybody. Now, people are singing a different story. The Sixers came out and smacked the Raptors on Thursday, their best game of the series. And they were led by, of course, Jimmy Butler. Grown man basketball once. That was Jim. He had 25, 8, and 6 and was the aggressor throughout the entire game, just killing. James Butler only wants to win.
Chases it down, is fouled. I play to win. I think right now this is what I have to do in order to give us a great chance of winning. I think from game to game, hell, from series to series, the role could change. I'm cool with it. Like I always say, I just want to win. If we win, I'm good. If we don't, I got a problem.
Now to the Eagles in rookie camp this season. Miles Sanders will be the most important Eagles rookie, not the first round pick. He's going to play big time minutes right away. Today he spoke about trying to adjust to the NFL way.
First day adrenaline is running. You don't know what to expect. You don't know how their system's ran. You don't know how practice is going. So now that I have a day under my belt, so I know what to expect the next day and the future coming. So I got a pretty good feeling, and tomorrow should be definitely better.
And Sanders might end up being the Eagles' #1 running back by the end of training camp. He's that good. That's a wrap for sport. Scott, what's up with weather?
A few isolated thunderstorms later on this evening, and then we talk about Mother's Day weekend, Sean. One of the days looks better than the other. We'll go hour by hour next.
In Delaware County, students at Cardinal O'Hara High School are gearing up to dance the night away to raise money for a very good cause. The Danny Hammond Dance-a-thon raises money for childhood cancer. It's in memory of student Danny Hammond, who battled cancer from the age of 9 until it took his life at 22. All the money raised is donated to organizations to support childhood cancer research. Well, back to your Fox 29 Weather Authority. Let's take a trip down the shore at Ocean City, New Jersey. We're in for a mixed bag when it comes to the weather this weekend. Scott has your full forecast 15 seconds away.
Jeff is out of his Jeep in mind. Jeeps and Rams just $149 per month. That's right, we're #1 for a reason. We beat our competitors' prices, period. Save up to $15,000 only at Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Nobody beats a Jeff deal, period.
It really turned into a nice Friday. High temperature in Philadelphia made it up to 82 degrees. That's well above average for this time of year by 10 degrees. Ultimate Doppler showing a few isolated thunderstorms. In particular right now, moving through Chester County, Coatesville, also into sections of Newcastle County and Delaware and parts of Bucks County, looking at a few showers. Now, for Mother's Day weekend, tomorrow is the pick day of Mother's Day weekend to get outdoors, enjoy the Dadville Regatta is taking place. The picnic day outdoors for mom is tomorrow. As we move towards Sunday and Monday, we're looking at pretty decent rainfall chances, and we'll be kind of stuck in a rut early next week. So for Mother's Day weekend, 70 degrees for tomorrow, looking good. On and off again rainfall on Mother's Day, and temperatures will be stuck in the 50s. We'll go hour by hour on Sunday. Winds out of the east-northeast, locking in the clouds, on and off again showers. We're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches before all is said and done. And then once again, we're still looking at moisture lingering Sunday night into Monday and even Tuesday. So hard to shake this pattern. Temperatures tonight will dip into the mid to upper 50s. Get outdoors and enjoy for tomorrow. Temperatures mid to upper 60s to around 70 degrees. And that 7-day forecast shows temperatures drop on Sunday, 57 degrees. That will do it. 59. It stays chilly on Monday and Tuesday. Still a chance for that rainfall. Temperatures rebound by the middle and end of the week. Hey, it's the Classroom at 6:30. Cherry Hill High School West. Chris O'Connell, you'll want to tune in to see that.
All right, thanks, Scott. Well, it is that time of year for students across the area to take final exams, and one school is helping kids cope with donkeys.
Oh yeah, the DJ calling my name.
Listen to the pipes on that officer. The Philadelphia Police Department's 18th district held a karaoke day for residents in their district. All went down at 52nd and Market in West Philadelphia. It was all about getting into the community and building those positive relationships between officers and residents. And police in Poland arresting a 54-year-old woman after they say she did this. She rammed her car into a liquor store and stole a bottle of liquor. Really wasn't a smash and grab, but kind of a smash and carefully select the liquor bottle of her choice. After she crashes the car, you see her take her time choosing a bottle amongst the destruction. She's been charged with criminal damage and burglary. Well, nerves are fried this time of year. Many college students hitting the books ahead of their final exams. But for students at SUNY Plattsburgh in New York State, these furry creatures are coming to the rescue. Yes, we are talking about therapy donkeys, hard at work keeping students calm ahead of their big tests.
These animals work miracles. They do truly miracle work because they can make you feel better if you feel bad. They can simply do that.
I guess donkeys work. School officials say the donkeys are helping keep the students calm by giving them something else to focus on rather than their big tests.
I hope they get
Maybe
all
we
A's.
can get some donkeys around here. Well, that does it for us at 6 o'clock. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. The Classroom starts right now.